Hello, this is Matt Singer. I'm the arts and culture editor at Willamette Week, and my guest today is Jeff Reuter, maybe better known to the world as Santa Claus, or at least Pro Santa Jeff. He is a professional Santa. And Jeff, maybe we can start here. I'm interested, how does one become a professional Santa?
In my case, I'm a third generation Santa. My dad and my brother both were Santas, and my grandfather, even though he was skinny, he still did Santa sometimes. But my dad and my brother both were professional Santas as well.
That's incredible. I've never heard of like three or four generations of Santas. Where did your where did they work? Were they more like traditional mall Santas or?
My dad did like some private business events and in homes, uh, the Christmas Eve thing, or like go in like the month of from November through December, he would be making appearances in people's homes. My brother did a lot of schools and nursing homes, and he had like a big client base that he would do every year, um, all over Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana.
Wow. But what's that like as a kid growing up when you're when you have a family of Santas? Santa's literally running your family.
Well, you know, you're made aware that Santa has helpers, but then when Santa comes to your house, and in my case, I I was so excited about Santa that I like looked out the window and I saw him drive off in a white Oldsmobile. So that kind of ruined it for me. But the real thing about growing up with it, though, was the generosity that my dad, especially my dad and my brother, both really all year long. Every day is like Christmas. Every day you can be kind and teach a lesson, and every day you can make a kid's life a little bit better. And that just kind of it was instilled in me.
Did you ever at any point in your life try to like rebel against the family trade and be like, I'm not going to be a professional Santa no matter what my dad and my
um,
brother say?
Actually, I had never really considered it until 3 years ago when my husband's best friend asked me to be her son's Santa for a photo, and um, my husband Josh sent the picture to my mom, and all of a sudden she was just like, "You're a Santa. I'm sending the suit." So my brother had since passed, so she had this suit um, that is with been in my family for years, and it's a really lovely suit, and it was very impressive to see it on my brother and my dad, but then to put it on myself, I honestly felt myself change. I wasn't such a curmudgeon, kid suck kind of guy to wow, saying the words precious, which still cracks my husband up that I have a whole different vernacular when I'm dressed as Santa than my normal self. Our kids call me Potty Mouth Santa. So I have a last year for Christmas, my youngest one had an apron made for me that says Potty Mouth Santa. So
Oh, that's amazing. How many kids do you have?
two, 11 and 13. We've had custody of them for 3 years.
Awesome. So I'm interested. Obviously, this Christmas is far different than any other. Um, and I'm wondering, have you seen an uptick in business, decline in business? What's it been like so far in the pandemic for you?
Last year, I did several of the McMenamins Breakfast with Santas, and a lot of corporate events. I was also the Santa at Multnomah Village. This year, obviously, we're not doing any of that. Um, so it's different, but doing virtual like we are has, I think we're going to end up seeing more kids as a whole, giving them quality of time, because I don't have to do the traveling from house to house to house, and so we can just stay in our little workshop and 10-minute interviews or 10-minute phone calls, back to back to back. So we get to cover more ground this way. I know for autistic kids, it has been a real blessing, according to some of the parents, because they don't have to worry about their kid being stressed out in the mall, overstimulated with everything going on, so that they can have a real good quality visit with Santa in their own living room, in their pajamas, while they're eating cookies, and Santa talks and tells weird jokes. So.
Is the presentation still mostly the same, or have you had to adjust based on the fact that you're not seeing, the children in person? Does that change how you do things at all?
I don't wear the suit because I'm in the workshop. We have created in what we call the clubhouse at our house, a place for the kids to go out and game, and my husband's office when he's working from home is there. So it's just a little barn. So we've created a set that's an actual workhouse or a workshop for Santa. So I'm wearing like a Henley and suspenders and the Santa hat. And so the outfit's different, the setting's different, and we have a questionnaire that we ask parents to fill out, as much or little as they want. A lot of times the kids are really shy, and if the more questions I have, the more I can pull out, so we have a really good conversation.
So we've written a bit about these kind of other like holiday time businesses that are seeing huge spikes this year. The Christmas tree sales are way up. There are businesses that like hang Christmas lights for people that are seeing a major increase in business. Why do you think it is this year that people are really trying to go big for Christmas?
I think it's about hope, that the whole idea of the holiday, the message sends to people. And I think people are trying to have more hope. And there's a little more time for a lot of people to decorate and focus on this, where in the past, we've all been so busy that we don't get a time to really do the things that we all want to do for the holidays. That's just how I kind of think about it.
So I have to ask you, since I have you, and I have, as I said, a 6-week-old son, my first, at home. Why are young kids so frightened by Santa Claus?
I don't know. I think it's this weird little love-hate thing. Like they're excited and they love the idea, but maybe it's because there's that naughty list and they're afraid that they're going to be on it, or they might do something that upset Santa, so that they're immediately on it. I can't really say for sure though, but there are quite a few kids that really do, even on these Zoom calls we're doing, that just shut down, and their parents are like, they wouldn't shut up about you for weeks, and now they won't talk to you.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, for them it might be like meeting Beyonce or something. It's like
Right.
it's a little kid version of meeting Beyonce.
I do think that there is a little bit of that. They're awestruck because there's so much built around Santa and the mystery of it and the magic, and a lot of people put a lot of emphasis throughout the year, be good. Or I had my a cousin call me the other day, or send me a text and asked if I would talk to her granddaughter because she's been bad. So I'm like, sure. And so she had just gotten in trouble, and I called, and she just started sobbing because Santa was on the phone. And one of our Zoom calls Sunday, this kid had gotten a letter that day from Santa because he had been bad. And so his brother opened the screen, and there's Santa. His brother fell off the chair, and the kid that got the letter took off running down the hall. It was really comical.